Hello, so I am outside today because it's a really nice day and we're doing a garden vlog. I am a complete beginner gardener. um, and like I've had like herbs and a few flower pots and stuff in the past, but nothing major. But I really want to start doing something with the small space that we have and create our own little like urban garden oasis with like flowers and vegetables and fruit and things like that. And I don't know, I guess we're spending more time at home now and I like having new hobbies, so this is one of them. And I've always sort of wanted my own little garden, and I've always been interested in things like composting and yeah, I've always been interested in things like composting and taking care of the environment, I guess, which is more important now than ever. And what better way to do that than to have my own garden, my own beautiful, producing, colourful, plant-filled garden. And like, as you can see, we don't have a lot of space. This is pretty much it. We've got like a driveway, like a tiny strip of land next to the fence, and then I've got a bit more space behind where the camera is, but I'm excited to fill it with like pots and plant stuff. We don't usually park back here, so there'll be space to work with. Got a bit of a front garden as well, like a small one, but there's potential. There's definitely potential. I'm sort of just doing a lot of things by trial and error at this stage. I've planted some seeds inside, which I'll show you later, and I'm just gonna try and fill up pots with plants and water them, and hopefully not all of them will die or get eaten, or you know, hopefully I'll remember to water them as well. So you know, that's always a good start. And yeah, this is just the beginning and it's gonna be good. This is just the beginning. I want to be able to have lots of flowers that I can cut and bring inside or give to friends, and I want to have a few vegetables and herbs that we can use in our cooking as well. I am working with, I guess, a limited budget. I want to be able to like recycle things and upcycle things and buy things that I need secondhand if I can. Gonna try to make my own compost and figure out how to make our soil a little bit healthier and add to that as well. And I think one of the things I have to do first is figure out where I'm going to put, we've got a lot of these like rocks, and I need to figure out where to put them to make room and space for the mulch and the soil that I want to put in. And yeah, I have a compost bin that I've had for a few years, but at one point or another it has been neglected and totally dried out, so I'm very sorry to the worms that used to live there. But I have created a new home for them now, which is also later in the video, and we're just going to take things one little project and step at a time, and hopefully after a few years we'll get something we like. But yeah, lots of learning to do, lots of reading, and lots of mistakes to be made, so I'm excited for that. Cool. Let's get into the video. So this is my compost bin, the before, I guess, and it is all dried out. I'm very sorry, worms. Okay, so I'm using a piece of cardboard. I just sort of cleaned out one of the trays, the one that didn't have any dirt in it, and lining it with cardboard at the bottom. That's what I did with the first setup.
and worms really like the wet, so we're just sort of soaking it down. Got some scrap paper that's all shredded, and I'm basically just trying to make a new bed for the worms to live in. And the old bed was all dried out, completely like bone dry. So this is just us, and I've got the little one and her grandma helping out, and she just loves getting into things. She loves being part of the action. So we're just sort of layering the dirt, the old bedding, with some new scrap paper, and at this point it was like really dry, so it wasn't absorbing the water very well, and what I ended up doing was taking it out into buckets so that I could soak the old bedding and the paper and make it nice and wet for the worms to live in. And this is just the setup here. It took a while. I soaked it all for maybe about 3 hours before putting it back in and draining off the water so that the worms wouldn't drown, because they like it wet, but they need air to breathe. And then when we were done, I just have some kitchen scraps, some coffee grounds, strawberries, a bit of apple and carrot chopped up into small pieces for the worms to eat, and we're just mixing it in. I didn't want to buy new worms because I kind of don't want to kill them either, so I dug up my existing compost pile and put the worms in there. So hopefully they'll like their new home and make more worm babies and eat our kitchen scraps. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.